Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 6 of my weight loss journey with Zepbound. Well, it's been about 6 weeks since I've been on here to provide you an update. I've been super busy at work the past few weeks, and I was just able to get caught up on things this week. Thanks to all those who reached out to see how my journey was going and to offer words of encouragement. I'm doing good, and I have some great news to share with you tonight. It has now been 11 weeks since I started my weight loss journey, and I'm excited to continue to share my experiences with you. In my last episode, I had just moved up to the 5 milligram dose of Zepbound, and I am still on that dose. These first 11 weeks on this journey continues to be truly mind blowing. I will be taking my 12th injection on Monday, and I am still feeling awesome. And I continue to feel better than I have in years. Last week, I did start to add an extra day in between my doses. So instead of taking my medication every 7 days, I am starting to take it every 8 days. This way, in time, it'll help me build up a little bit in case I come to a point where I can't find the medication due to supply issues. However, if I get any food noises or extreme hunger, things like that, I will definitely go back to taking it after 7 days. So, with that, let's just start right in with some of my results. If you remember, my highest weight that I ever been was 349 pounds. And when I started taking Zepbound on January the 13th, I weighed 339.3 pounds. And during my last update, I weighed 323.6 pounds. Well, this morning I got on the scales and I weighed 298.9 pounds. Yes, I made it out of the 300s. I am so excited. That is a loss of 24.7 pounds since my last episode with you all, and a total loss of 40.4 pounds since I started taking Zepbound 11 weeks ago. That's an average of 3.67 pounds per week. And again, I'm totally amazed with these results. I've also seen my BMI go down from 46.1 when I started to 40.6 today, which also makes me feel great. I have seen changes in my clothes getting looser on me, which is a great feeling. As a matter of fact, I had to go get a smaller pair of jeans this past week. Also, if you remember from my last episode, when I first started this, I told you that I had to pull my belt really, really tight just to get to that first notch on my belt. And in the last episode, if you remember, I was on the second notch of my belt. Well, today I am easily getting to that fourth notch on my belt, and I'll need to go get a smaller belt here very, very soon. So I absolutely love these non-scale victories that are happening along the way too. So now let's talk about everything else that's been going on. We'll start with the side effects. I continue to have no adverse side effects at all. If you remember from my previous episodes, all my side effects have been very, very minimal. During the first week, I had some breakthrough heartburn at night for the first 3 days. The third week, I had some minor bloating for about 24 hours. And since our last episode, I did have a couple days of minor constipation, but it was not that bad. So overall, it has been a great experience so far. And I am truly, truly thankful that I made the choice to begin this journey. I really feel like it has been a total life changer for me. Now, I did want to give you an update on my blood work that I was getting ready to do after my last episode. At the time of my blood draw, it had been 3 months since my previous blood work, and I had been taking Zepbound for 1 month. My previous A1C was 6.7, and I was right, in that category of being diabetic and everything like that, if you remember. Well, when I got the results back this time, my A1C dropped to 5.8. So that is a dramatic drop in just basically 1 month of Zepbound from 6.7 to 5.8. My previous fasting glucose was 98 and it dropped to 80. My previous cholesterol was 153 and it dropped to 118. My previous LDL was 101 and it dropped to 70. And my previous HDL was 33 and it did too drop to 31, which is low, but my HDLs have always run low. Even when I've lost weight and gained weight, they've always been low. So that's pretty normal for me. My previous triglycerides were 97 and they dropped to 84. So that was all really good stuff with my blood work. However, not everything was the best in my blood work. For a while, my AST and ALT numbers, which are your liver enzymes, have been going up. My previous AST was 46 and it did go up to 57. And my previous ALT was 66 and it went up to 79. So the lab ran my blood work through another test, and the AST came back at 55 and the ALT came back at 81. So they were pretty close. The test also gave a fibrosis score of 0.69 and a steatosis score of 47, which are both higher than the normal range. The lab's conclusion was that I likely have NASH, which is a more severe form of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. The results also stated that my liver could have some fibrosis, which is scarring of the liver. And I have to admit that I was sort of surprised with these results. I knew that I had probably had some fatty liver disease to my weight, but my AST and ALT numbers have gone up and down over the years, along with my weight. And these numbers were within the normal range the last time I had lost weight a couple years ago. So I just always assumed the numbers would go down when I lost weight. Plus, I had never heard of NASH before. So at this point, my doctor is not overly concerned about this, but he would like me to get a scan of my liver to get us a baseline and to see if it really is NASH, and if so, how severe it is. However, they have not set this up. So, but there is some good news with this. There are studies that are showing Zepbound may actually be a very good treatment for fatty liver disease. Specifically, there's been a phase 2 clinical trial where 74% of the participants who received the highest dose of trizepatide, which is the brand name for Zepbound and Manjaro, achieved an absence of NASH at 52 weeks. And that's compared to 12.6 of patients who were given a placebo. So to me, this is very, very encouraging news. And I will keep you posted on all my future results of how things go with this part of my journey. All right, well, let's talk about some other things. Let's talk about how my food choices have been over the past few weeks. Like I was saying earlier, I've been extremely busy at work and I was out of town for a while. And because we were so busy, it did make it harder to stay on schedule when I would eat, like the times I would eat. So sometimes I was finding myself, I would skip a lunch and it would be, 2 in the afternoon, or it was dinner time and we were still working on things and I wasn't hungry at the time. So things would just sort of, I'd forget about them. But I did make very good food choices along the way. We ordered food in a lot of the time, and I was able to usually order things like salads, chicken, fish, and then I also had fruits and vegetables with everything I ordered. I would skip the potatoes and ask for fruits or vegetables with it. I also took some food with me. So I took some protein shakes, some carrots, apples, cottage cheese, yogurt, and some cheese sticks so that I could help supplement meals along the way as it needed. And that was extreme help for me. I did find a couple of new products that I did want to share with you tonight. I did a short on these a couple weeks ago, but I wanted to bring them here too. So the first one is the Prime Bites protein brownies. So these brownies, I first found these on TikTok, and I'm showing you a couple of them from the variety pack that I got. So I got a variety pack of a lot of different kinds, and I got to tell you, these are amazing. Each one has 19 grams of protein, and they do not taste like your typical protein bar. What I usually do is I usually take them and I'll put them in the microwave for about 20 seconds. And I tell you, they are delicious. So if you have not had a chance to try these yet and you're sort of on the fence about trying them, definitely try them. They are worth it. The second is the Lean Shake 25 from GNC, and this is the Girl Scout Thin Mints flavor. So if you like Girl Scout Thin Mints, these are definitely for you. I kept seeing Girl Scouts cookies being sold around town. It's that time of year, and Thin Mints are my very favorite. So I was really excited when I heard that GNC had a shakeout that had this flavor in it. So I got it and I tried it, and I tell you, it really hits the spot. It tastes exactly like the Thin Mints, and I am loving it. So that is a great choice, especially when I just need a protein shake to as a meal replacement, things like that. If you remember, we bought the Ninja Creamy a little while ago, and we have continued to use that. We usually do that, especially on the weekends. And I usually use, like I told you before, one bottle of the Fairlife Core Power protein shakes that has 26 grams of protein. And then I put in 2 tablespoons of a fat free instant pudding. And then I just let it freeze for 24 hours and you run it through the machine. And it makes truly some of the best soft serve ice cream that I've ever had. Ron and I will usually split it. So for each serving, it ends up being 13 grams of protein. And it makes an absolutely great dessert in the evening. Our favorite has been the chocolate Fairlife with the chocolate fat-free pudding mix from Jello. That seems to be one of the best tasting ice creams I've really ever had. We also tried the strawberry Fairlife, and then we put in the cheesecake fat-free pudding mix, and that one was also really good. It tasted just like cheesecake. So these are two products that I highly recommend that you get, or those ones there. And then to get this Ninja Creamy, it is just wonderful to try. I continue to use my Weight Watchers app to get on the GLP-1 mode and to track all of my proteins, my fruits, my vegetables, and my water. And for the current weight that I'm at, the app shows that I should now be getting 108 grams of protein a day, along with 4 servings of fruits and vegetables. And I do pretty well with staying right in that target area every day. I also continue to stay hydrated. I really try to focus on getting over 100 ounces of water per day. I just carry it with me all day long, and that is pretty much all the liquid that I drink is just water. I have stopped pretty much sodas and everything. I just don't care for those anymore. So water is my best friend. I've also focused on getting plenty of fiber each day, which I think is important, especially if you get on these medications and sometimes constipation can be there. Plenty of fiber helps all the way with those type of things. Now, as far as exercise, this is where I've been struggling some lately. With work and the weather still being a bit cold outside, I found that I did not meet really any of my exercise goals lately. I've been especially slacking on the weight resistance part of the training. We did have a really nice day earlier this week, and where Ron and I went to the zoo, and I did get in a lot of steps that day. And this afternoon, it actually turned out to be a pretty nice, warm afternoon. So we took the animals for a walk before it started raining. But now that my work schedule is getting back to sort of a more normal schedule, I do plan on getting back on track with my exercise. So this week, I'm planning on pulling out those exercise bands again and getting right back on track. And also get out and get some additional steps. We talked about before that if you struggle in one area, it's just an opportunity the next week to start back and to try to get that back. We all will struggle at times, and it's fine. So as soon as I get back on track, I will be fine with that. So, as we continue this incredible journey together, I've been reflecting on more than just the physical challenge we're experiencing today. I want to dive into something that I think can be a true game changer: the profound connection between our minds and our bodies. It's something that I've come to realize plays a massive role in our weight loss journey and our overall well being. When we start any weight loss journey, it is so easy to focus on the numbers on the scale, the meals on the plate, and the steps we take during a day. But as we move forward, I discovered something powerful: that silent conversation between my mind and my body. Every positive thought, every moment of mindfulness at a mealtime, every bit of self love and encouragement that I give, they all translate into physical energy and motivation. It's like when I can consciously choose to savor each bite of my food. Not only do I enjoy it more, but I also notice that I am more satisfied sooner. Or when I start the day with just a few minutes of meditation, visualizing what my goals are, it sets a tone of calm determination that carries me throughout the day. This journey is teaching me that our bodies listen to what our minds are saying, and our mental state can significantly influence our physical progress. It's not just about shedding the pounds. That's great. It's also about building a healthier, happier me and you from the inside out. So I've been integrating practices like mindful eating, positive affirmations, and some meditation and strengthen my body, mind, and body connection. And let me tell you, the impact can be incredible, not just on the scale, but on our overall outlook and happiness. And I'd love to hear from you guys. How do you nurture that mind and body connection? Are there practices or routines that help you maintain this balance? Maybe you've tried something such as meditation or even yoga. Your stories and insights are so valuable to this community and to myself. And I can't wait to read about your experiences in the comments below. I love when I see the things that everybody else is doing. Together, we are not just transforming our bodies, we are evolving our whole selves. So, as we continue today's weight loss journey, remember, every step we take on this path, no matter how small, is a victory. Every time we choose a healthy meal, every workout we complete, every time we track our progress, every journal entry we make, and every meditation we complete, we are making a decision to be a better version of ourselves. We are all worth it. Stay motivated, stay strong, and let's make our next step a very confident one. Thank you all so much for being a part of this journey with me. Together, we can face our challenges and celebrate our victories. I will see you next time. And remember, it is our journey, our pace, and our success. I hope everyone has a fantastic week and you have a very happy Easter. Until next time, bye.